Hi guys, welcome back to day 20 of Vlogmas, which is the 19th of December for me. So it is quite late now in the day. It's the first time I've had a chance to come on. It's been a chaotic but good chaotic day. So we had my nephew over today. We babysit him as there was a lot of jobs that my sister needed to do. As I've mentioned, we've had a bit of a chaotic family issues we've got to deal with. My brother-in-law also happens to be away with work at the moment, so yeah, it's all hands on deck. And I, for the most part, am happy to be babysitting. That's a role that I like. Was not so happy with the Punamis today, but he was very smiley, so we'll take the good and the bad with it. Yeah. So yeah, it's been busy. Spending time with him and things like that, you know, and it's really lovely, and I treasure these moments because they grow so fast, and it's nice to be able to have this little quiet sort of one-on-one time with him and things like that. Then my dad was like, oh, after tea, should we go upstairs and we can build my new bedside table while watching the football? And I was like, yeah, but I'm doing it. Let me do it. I enjoy it. I love it. And me and my dad have very different approaches to it. And yeah, so we end up disagreeing a lot. But I did it. And I'm glad that I was like, let me just do it, because like with him, as I was unpacking everything, he was like, let me find my electric screwdriver and, like, you know, that'll make it. And I'm like, no, it's all right. I was like, I'll just use the regular one. And he's like, you're going to be here all night, you're not going to have it finished, you know, enough. And I was like, but yeah, I have it done. Not long after the football finishes. That's what I was aiming for. So yeah, my aim was to do it in around 2 hours. That way it'd have been finished just after the football. When you take into account it's 90 minutes long, there's always a bit of extra time. There's the 15-minute break in the middle. So yeah, I was like, I'll get it done in under 2 hours. 1 hour, 38 minutes. Yeah, I was very impressed with myself. My dad was very impressed. So yeah, it's all done. Since then, I have been sat at the laptop printing, cutting paper, and things like that. I bought this on Temu. It's basically, it's the same size as a Filofax personal planner, and it has the 6 rings in the exact same space as a Filofax personal planner. But it did not have the Filofax price tag, which I liked. So yeah, that's what it is on the inside. And it's very small. It can bend because the cover's not too hard. And I wanted something like this that I can keep in my bag to help me keep more organised this year. Last year, I really utilised the calendar app on my phone, but there are limitations to that, and there's things that, you know, I was losing track of and, you know, struggling with and things like that. And it wasn't as user-friendly as what I wanted, and I realised probably what I needed was something in paper that I can keep around with me. And I thought this is probably ideal to get set up and ready when I start my course in the new year. So I bought the actual cover and the divider tabs in September, and I have been waiting and searching for the inserts that I've wanted, like, you know, the refills on the middle, searching for the ones that I've been waiting for since then, and I can't find them anywhere in stock. Yeah, you know, I've looked at the Filofax brand ones, I've looked at, you know, the off-brand ones. I've seen a few off-brand ones that were the monthly and the weeklies, which is what I was looking at. But the way they were set up was not going to be very helpful to me. So that was the off-brand ones anyway. So yeah, eventually what I did was last night, I bit the bullet, did a bit of research on Etsy, found weekly and monthly downloadable one that would fit this planner. It would be an A4, so I would just have to trim the paper down, and yeah, just trim the paper down and work from there and cut it in and hole punch it. So yeah, thankfully I have a single hole puncher, so it wasn't too bad. And yeah, and I also have some, I've got it behind just here, I had some plain paper that I ordered. Well, it's actually, I don't know if you can tell on there, but there's very faint dots. So yeah, I actually bought some of that because there's some things that I wanted to put in there that I knew was not going to find an insert for. So yeah, that's what I've been working on today. So, little tour of the planner. So 2015, then it's got like important top tasks. I think I'm probably just going to put like important dates. I really need to remember like birthdays in there. It's like a notes page. To be honest, probably won't use that because I'd use the dot grid paper that I've got kept in the back. Then we have here this year at a glance, and this is where the monthly section starts. My first tab, so that's where the monthlies begin. Let's see. So yeah, I think I can show everything on here. So I've got this came with the tabs, and basically yeah, I just put it in the month. So this one's January. Now what I mean by some of them were not set up in the way that was going to be helpful for me. Some of them had like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then you turn over the page and get the other 3 days. That's not going to be helpful for me if I'm trying to look at a month at a glance. So yeah, I've just started putting in things in here, dates in here that I need. So yeah, I've got months there with everything that I need, and yeah, start filling out already. So we've got the months, then we go in, we've got the weeks. This one came with, I think this came with the actual thing, the cover. But yeah, here we've got like a week at a glance, and this is going to be more helpful because I'll put where I'm putting things on the monthly, I'll go into a bit more detail. Like, so I've got uni one day, and it's a virtual and it's a library induction, and I'll put the time, you know, things like that. Driving lesson, I'll put the exact time that I'm going to have it. So yeah, that's what the weekly pages are for, and that is the second tab. Third tab, this is university. So this at the top here just says assignment at the moment. Basically what I'll do, put a date of when it's due, brief summary, and then that way I've got them all at one place. Because I remember when I was in university, I used to write them all down, like, you know, in my notes. I'd be making a note of it, things like that, or being like, you know, the lesson pack things you used to get. But obviously when you're doing like different modules, they'll all be kept with their own module. So I thought one central area is something I'm going to need, and that's something I remember from last time that I think I'd really find helpful. A bit like how back in secondary school we used to have a diary where you used to put everything in that was provided by the school. Like, you know, put your homework in there and all the different subjects were together. So yeah, I think something like that is going to be handy. Now with university, it's not like back in school where you got homework every day or every other day of a subject. With the assignments, you know, you get things periodically but you're constantly working towards and researching. So got that. The next one, just gonna hide a bit. So it's the course fees. So basically it's the dates that I get the student financing and the date that the direct debits go out my account and how much they all are for and things like that. So next one, so that's the third tab. I may add things in there. I think once I get, you know, a timetable for university, that probably go in that third tab as well. Just to be a bit more handy. But yeah, so that's what we are with third tab. Fourth tab is all health stuff. I'm really good with organising hospital letters and things like that, and my medication pouch is actually very, very organised. So just took medications, that's why it's out. So I have a pencil case effectively. It's got these little bags in, which has different medications in. So there's ones that are like PRNs, you only take periodically, like ibuprofen, paracetamol if you're in a bit of pain. You know, my anti-anxiety that I take when I get anxious, not all the time. Then another one, I've got glasses, wipes and plasters because I'm terrible for blisters. And then the pink one is things that I have to take every day. So I'm pretty organised with that. And also in there is my repeat prescription sheet. So that has a list of all the medications that I'm on. So normally I do have this on me, but yeah, I don't really want to be keeping the medication sheet in here anymore, just because it does have things like my name, my full name, my date of birth. So if I ever lose that pouch, if it falls out, if I leave it somewhere because I've had it on the table while taking medication, things like that, someone can see a lot of things. So in here I've put down all my meds because I need to sort of write them down a bit better, because, or keep them somewhere a bit safe. Because when I was at the psychiatrist yesterday, one of the things he asked was, what's the new medication that Gastro put you on? I was like, yeah, dead easy, it's loperamide. And he was like, so how much of it do you take? I'm like, yeah, 2 tablets 4 times a day. What's the dose of the tablets? And I couldn't remember off the top, because you don't look. So yeah, that's it basically, is I've put a list of my meds, the dosage, and then when I take, how many times a day I take them. Then here we have, I'm just hiding one of them here, have a list of my diagnoses, just because it's handy to have a list, because when people go, what do you have? And I'm like, well, I've got this, I've got that. And you know, you forget, you leave things out. Quite often it can be relevant and you don't realise it. So yeah, then we have my B12. This is just a sheet where I have when I had it, and then 12 weeks from that date. So that way it's easy for me to see at a glance when I need to order it from the doctors to get it, because it's every 12 weeks. You don't necessarily think to get it all the time, you know. It's something that does slip my mind quite a lot. This is the 5th tab, and at the moment it is empty. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim a nice little bit of coloured paper or something like that, bit of scrapbook paper that's fairly plainish, and then I'm going to laminate it. And what I'll do is I'll just write in like a dry erase marker what projects I'm currently I've got on the go. And that's just an easy way for me to be able to see at glance what I'm working on, and things like that. And then the 6th tab, sorry, dog's making a lot of noise because he is getting comfy on the couch. He's just, we've got throw pillows and he's like moving the throw pillow into a position that he wants it in. Then the 6th tab is just here, these empty, these blank dot grid sheets for me to make notes on anything that crops up that, yeah, need to make notes on. So that's what I've been doing. There was 68 sheets in that, 68 pieces of paper. Now, they did have to be done front and back. So in total, 34 pieces of paper that I had to cut. I needed cutting in like 5 times effectively, yeah, and hole punching 6 times. So that's what I've been doing all day, well, all evening, when I've not been, you know, building furniture or babysitting. But anyway, let's get on to my advent calendars. I'm not fully compass mentis anymore. That has drained me. It's drained me, yeah. Not fully with it now. So, let's see what number 19 is. Ooh, look at that gorgeous. This pink, it's like corally pink up here. Reminds me a bit of a flamingo. Actually, this whole thing reminds me of a flamingo, because flamingos are naturally white. They're pink because of the food they eat. So, yeah. It's like a flamingo in all its shades, which I think is pretty cool. So yeah, a gorgeous corally into the white. That's really pretty, that. And then, don't know what, that's a hard boiled sweet. I don't know what flavour it is. I'm going to presume like a lemon or something. Normally lemons are a bit more yellowy. I'll have a try of it. Either way, it's going to be gone by the time I get to bed, which will be after this, because I am getting tired. Now, the Mousewitch Yarns one. Ooh, some greens and gorgeous beiges. It's like a sagey foresty green and a beige. And there's a hint of grey down here. It's really pretty. And we are on to Wales now. So we're on our 4th and final country, which does mean that we get a stitch marker. Oh, I was expecting a daffodil, right? Because our first one was a rose, which is the flower of England. Second one was a 4-leaf clover because Mandy couldn't get shamrock. Then we had, which is the shamrock's the flower of Ireland. Then we had a thistle, which is the flower of Scotland. So I assumed we'd be getting a daffodil, the flower of Wales. But no, we have got something cooler. We have got a dragon. Because obviously, country called Wales, which shares the name with an animal, would have a completely different animal on its flag. Yeah, it has the dragon on the flag. Reportedly, St. George, who's the patron saint of England, fought the dragon and beat the dragon. So yeah, that's really quite cool. England's animal is the lion, which of course makes sense because, you know, lions are not native to England. But yeah, then makes more sense than a dragon and a unicorn, which is Scotland's national animal. Put my teeth back in. I'm not sure what the national animal of Ireland is. Anyway, let's see where we go. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? This is why I love Wales. It's just beautiful. It's so mountainous and gorgeous, and Wales is such a special place in my heart. So yeah, that's day 19. Let's see where it actually is. Oh, that's the wrong one. This is the one with it all. So it is Cwm Dwal. And Welsh, because I know bits of, I know a little bit of Welsh, and I know that, so I know how to pronounce certain things, like how certain letters are spelled. But Welsh is very interesting in the fact of it doesn't look how it pronounces, so that's where we are. And that's pronounced like Cwm Dwal. So anyway, that is absolutely gorgeous. Both the yarns are absolutely gorgeous. I love the advents. You know what I love with advents is quite often a lot of colours are colours I wouldn't choose for myself personally most of the time. But then I get, like, I've got them in the advent and I'll work them up and see them worked up and I'm like, ooh, actually, I really like that colour combination. And it's great because you're learning you get to see loads of new combinations. But anyway, I've rambled on enough, is. So I'm gonna go. Need to check whether that video is finished rendering. It's taken forever. It's been rendering about an hour at this point. So this video, well, the previous day's video has probably gone up a tad late. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I hope you're all staying well, taking care of yourselves, enjoying the festive period. Let me know if you have any type of planner. What do you use? Do you have something like this? Do you use something that's solely digital, like on your phone, tablet, or anything like that? Let me know, because I'm always looking for new ideas to try and help keep more organised, because my brain goes everywhere, and yeah, I need it. Anyway, take care, and I'll speak to you all tomorrow. Bye.